Greetings to all farmers and friends. Welcome to Money Agritech. I want us to discuss the fifth part on maize farming. Maize farming techniques to assure you of over 100,000 Kenya shillings net profit. As I indicated before, 100,000 Kenya shillings is net profit after all the costs of production have been deducted. And for those farmers and listeners who don't live in Kenya, I want to make a conversion for you so that you know what 100,000 Kenya shillings mean in your own currency. 100,000 Kenya shillings is equivalent to 680 US dollars. That is the exchange rate. It is equivalent to 1,703,400 Tanzania shillings. Shilingi 1,100 za Kenya ni sawa na shilingi milioni 1,703,400 pesa za Tanzania. This is also for listeners living in Uganda. It is equivalent to 2,554,842 Uganda shillings. For our farmers who live in Ghana, it is equivalent to 7,834 Ghanaian cedi. For farmers and listeners living in Rwanda, 100,000 Kenya shillings is equivalent to 827,900 Rwandan franc. For the listeners getting us from Zimbabwe, 100,000 Kenya shillings is equivalent to 246,092 Zimbabwe dollar. For those listening from Zambia, 100,000 Kenya shillings is equivalent to 14,144 Zambian kwacha. For those who are listening to us from South Africa, 100,000 Kenya shillings is equivalent to 13,042 South African rand. I think with that information on conversions, we will get into our discussion now with everybody knowing how much is the net profit from 1 acre of land growing maize in their own currency. Before we start, I will request you to subscribe so that every time we upload a new video, you will be notified. Also, please comment on today's discussion so that we also come to know about your feeling of the discussion. Note in episode 3, we also mentioned that extraordinary farmers are harvesting between 62 to 93 bags of 90 kgs dry maize per acre. Let me repeat that one again. In episode 3, we had mentioned that extraordinary farmers, that is farmers who are taking maize farming or corn farming as very serious business, are harvesting between 62 bags to 93 bags of 90 kilograms dry maize per acre. We also discussed in details on weed management and what is contained in them in episode 4. Find time also to check on maize part 1, where we discussed plant population per acre for different optimum yields. In this episode, we will discuss fertilizer and nutrition for best yields as targeted, depending on your ability and your experience as a maize farmer. Welcome. Success starts with knowing the right seed variety, mastery and timing of your rain pattern and duration, proper land preparation, fertilizer type and quantity, weed and insect pest management. Did you ever know that majority of farmers living within the borders of Kenya, Uganda and Tanzania, those living in South Africa and those living in Ghana, and almost all African countries are harvesting 25 bags per acre and less? When you continuously achieve such yields per acre of maize farming with the current cost of production, be sure you cannot break even. Now let's start with the fertilizer application. If you have the ability to use manure, we recommend that you apply manure in your farm at least 1 month before planting. Manure is slow release fertilizer, so after you have applied the manure in your farm, it will continue releasing nutrients to the plants over a long period of time. Maize requires fertilizer at planting and 2 more fertilizer applications before maturity. At planting, apply 112 kilograms per acre if you are targeting 52 bags of maize. 112 kilograms of planting fertilizer is equivalent to 2.24 bags of 50 kilograms. We can convert this into hectares, and so fertilizer required per hectare at planting is 280 kilograms. For your information, the calculations that I'm doing is based on DAP fertilizer. DAP has 18% nitrogen, 46% phosphorus pentoxide, and does not have anything else. So during our discussion of planting fertilizer, I want us to base our discussion on DAP. Remember also that to get optimum yield, your pH should be right. There are many products in the market that can be used to reduce or increase the pH of your soil. As I've indicated, this fertilizer 112 kilograms per acre is for the farmers who are targeting 52 bags of maize. For the farmers who are targeting 93 bags of maize, target fertilizer is 209.1 kilograms per acre. This one is equivalent to 4.2 bags of 50 kilograms. That one is for the farmers who are targeting 93 bags of 50 kilograms per acre. For the farmers who are targeting 62 bags of maize per acre, target planting fertilizer is 140 kilos. This one is equivalent to 2.8 bags of 50 kilograms. Something else that I want to discuss is that if you are targeting how much of planting fertilizer to apply per plant, because we have just calculated total fertilizer per acre, so per plant you will be requiring about 5 grams per individual plant or planting station. Next, we will discuss N, that is nitrogenous or top dressing fertilizer, and it will be a whole episode so that we know how to do it properly, the number of splits, the time that it should also be sprayed. Remember to subscribe, leave your comment, and share so that those people who have not gotten the opportunity to watch this video today can watch later. Thank you. and welcome.